Legend. She is of purest innocence. He is of pure evil. He is darkness. Is that the tagline? It sure is. Okay, well, let's get into it. Legend is from 1986. It lasts an hour and a half. It stars Tom Cruise as Jack. It stars Sara as Lily and Tim Curry as the Lord of Darkness. And it's directed by Ridley Scott, believe it or not. This is a fantasy movie, and for me it was very much by the numbers. Really? I loved this. Did you? Yeah, I thought it was great. Okay, well, the movie opens with Blix, yeah, this disgusting little goblin creature, and he's running around in the forest. Blix is a servant for the Lord of Darkness. The Lord of Darkness wants darkness, obviously. He says there will never be another sunrise in this world. Cut to sunrise. Yeah, I think he must have meant the one after this, sure. So we see Princess Lily scampering through the field, through the forest, and she's nesting with like turtle. Yeah, she goes into a house. She knows these people, you know, they say hello to her and stuff when they see her, but before they come in and see her, she's stealing their food. Yeah, she is. Royals think they can take anything they want from the working nan. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. She just steals food from these poor folk who are just barely surviving. She could give them one of her earrings and feed them for a year, but that's not the royal way. Then she runs off and she meets Jack, Tom Cruise, and he's like this, like, Peter Pan type guy. Yeah, he is. He's just this little strange forest dweller dude, and he teaches her how to speak rabbit and stuff. He fancies her that she just wants to learn how to talk to animals, I guess. That's nutty, by the way. I would be doing so much sneezing. Sneezing, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of pollen in this movie. When Jack and Lily first meet, I was reminded of something in the forest, and, you know, I couldn't. Troll 2. It's like the opening of Troll 2. Except with a budget, yeah. But while Lily and Jack are learning how to speak to animals, they're being watched by Blix, a little pig, and a little knight. 3 strange little hideous creatures. And they're also watching unicorns. There are 2 unicorns in the land, and they basically protect the sunlight. So Blix fires a dart into one of the unicorns, because if you take out both unicorns, it's the end of light in the world, and Lord of Darkness will be happy with that. So Blix gets one of the unicorns darted, like I said. It runs off. Meanwhile, Lily is singing a little song to Jack about death. Yeah. And then she almost kisses him, but she stops and says, "Whoever finds this ring will marry me." And she takes her ring off and chucks it over a cliff. So he jumps after it. Yeah, Jack jumps after it. She panics. She starts crying and everything. It's her fault. Yes, it is.
Did I do that?
But while he's under the water, Blix cuts off the horn from the unicorn that he hit with a dart. Yeah, it's dead. Yeah. And now it is eternal winter, and everyone is frozen solid. Except Lily. Yeah, for some reason she's unaffected. She runs back to the house where the poor people were and sees them all frozen stiff. Even the Dede. And we never see them again. Oh yeah, they're all dead. Well, I don't know about that, but we never see them again, so they might well be. Oh well. Jack is also unaffected. He manages to get out of the water, which is now covered in a sheet of ice. He makes it to land, but he collapses and he's beginning to freeze to death. Lily's fine. Why is she not feeling the cold? I don't know. But Jack is woken by Tinkerbell Una, who's basically a Tinkerbell rip-off. Now this is a good movie. Well, even then, it's still got its problems and its rip-offs. So this little Tinkerbell character, Una, wakes up Jack. He wakes up to find Una, a bunch of elves, and Gump. Forrest Gump. No, not Forrest Gump. Gump, this semi-naked little boy with a really deep voice and some overacting chops.
Who are you?
You be a forest child and not know the gum?
Gump, is it?
Honeythorn Gump, at your service.
Yeah, he is a bit of an overactor. And instantly, Gump gives Jack a riddle. Jack solves it, yeah, and Gump goes crazy. He's like, oh, I can't believe they solved it. God. He's like Gollum. He is like Gollum, actually. But then they all share a thimble full of wine, and they're all best friends now. And neither are Dudley's too for some reason. Yeah. And they decide Jack must be the one who goes and retrieves the unicorn's horn so they can reattach it to the unicorn and bring light back to the world. I think it's just because Jack's the only, like, human. Yeah, it might be, I don't know. I don't even know if he is human. So Una says, I'll take you straight to a special place where you can find a special armour and shield. Yeah, so he follows Una through all these little crevices and finds the armour, finds the shield, and while they're alone, Una reveals her true self. Yeah, she's like this young girl, really, with magical powers, yeah. And she looks like a young Nicole Kidman. A little bit like young Nicole Kidman. And then later on, Jack's asking for her help, and she says, I'll help you, but only if you give me a kiss. Yeah, definitely Nicole Kidman. Well, meanwhile, Blix and his mates are hanging about the fire, having lots of fun with this unicorn horn because it has magical powers. They're zapping things and making things catch on fire. And then the Lord of Darkness shows up. We still haven't seen him, by the way. No. But he turns up, and the little knight was playing with it last. So he banishes the little knight, gets one of his minions to come and take the little knight to what we think is death. That is just a dungeon. Yeah.
No! No! Have you no sense of humor? Adios, amigos!
Yeah. Later on, it'll be revealed this little knight is actually an elf called Bundle. Yeah, and Bundle's like brothers with all these other elves, except he looks like he's got a human face. He's the most normal looking of the elves. I don't know why he was hanging about with Blix anyway, if he's one of the good guys. Yeah, it's never explained. Anyway, the Lord of Darkness gets the unicorn horn, gets the last surviving unicorn, and gets Lily. Takes them all back to his palace of darkness. Jack, Gump, the elves, and Una follow the trail left by the bad guys, and they come across a swamp. Yeah, and Jack meets this witch called Neg. Yeah, she's like this swamp witch, and she's like, oh, I'm going to eat you up. He tries to flatter her, tries to give her the old Riz. Yeah, and then she calls him Fat Boy. Yeah, she does. And he cuts her head off. Yeah, that is an extreme reaction. Yeah, well, they go past Meg, they get into the dungeons of the castle, they meet Bundle, and then they quickly have to hide because a demon guard comes along. The demon guard takes Bundle, he's going to go and cook him into a stew or something in the demon kitchen. Yeah, so they get into the demon kitchen, and there's 3 demons, and they just scald them with boiling hot water. Scald them to death. Yeah. Rescue Bundle. And they also steal a pile of shiny silver plates. They angle these for some reason. Yeah, I wonder what they could be up to. At this point, we finally see the Lord of Darkness. He's speaking to Lily. He looks incredible. He does look incredible. That's Tim Curry. And do you remember we watched Rocky Horror Picture Show? Yeah. You know Frankenfurter? Oh, yeah. Is that him? Yep. It's incredible makeup. I've got to give this movie that. It looks great. I mean, the whole set looks incredible. But just, I'm not into that fantasy stuff. It's great. Lily is left alone in some big room, and she's at it again. She's trying to steal a necklace. Yeah, she sees all this jewellery and decides, I'll just have that. I'm royalty. They can't do anything. Yeah. And then a shadow appears. Yeah, it looks like a shadow in a black dress. A shadow in a black dress. There's a big dance with Lily. This is nice. It goes on for ages. It's nice. It's very artsy fartsy. It's nice. It's pish. Anyway. They have a dance together, And next thing you know, Lily is now wearing the dress and she's all done up like a goth. Yeah. Lord of Darkness talks to her and says, hey, you're going to be my bride. Deal with it. The heroes are outside this room by now, and they look in, hear what's going on, and Gump says, oh well, all is lost. Luckily Jack's not motivated. He kicks in the door. Yeah, when he kicks in the door, the plates from the Demon Kitchen have been set up just right to catch the last bit of sunlight. It reflects off the first plate, bounces around all other plates, and zaps into the Lord of Darkness. Yeah, so he fills Jack, and then Jack has a big fight with him. Jack is getting his ass kicked. Yeah, but then Jack manages to get the unicorn horn and stabs the Lord of Darkness with that. Yeah. The Lord of Darkness falls to his knees and he's like, Father, save me, please. I don't know who he's calling out to. Well, obviously his father. Yeah, but who is his father? I don't know, actually. He begs for his father to help him, and then Jack just finishes him off. Yeah, I thought we were going to get an even bigger bad, but no, Jack just murders him. They manage to reattach the horn to the unicorn, who's now brought back to life because of this. Everyone is suddenly back outside. It's sunlight. Winter is gone. Lily's unconscious though. Yeah, she's been hurt during the fight, and she is sort of in a trance. Yeah, that she's back in her own clothes. Yeah, no goth makeup. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, Gump and the elves and Una say, well, Jack, this is where we say goodbye. Goodbye, and they just rush off and leave him with this dying young woman. So Jack thinks, I know how I can cure her, and he jumps off the cliff again into the river and finds the ring. Yeah, he does, because even though the river is constantly moving, the ring has stayed in exactly the same place. Shished it well. And why didn't he get it the first time he was under the water? Just never mind. Right, well anyway, he gets it now, comes back up, puts it on her finger, gives her a kiss, she likes that, and they doth, according to Amazon Prime subtitles, they doth chuckle. Yeah. Anyway, let me give you some trivia. Okay, give me some trivia. Tom Cruise and Ridley Scott are not keen on this movie's final edit. Really? Yeah, they encourage you to watch the director's cut, which is a little bit longer and makes no sense. Well, it would have to. Also, during the filming of this movie, the studio burned to the ground. Really? Yeah. It's a bad omen. They should just not have made this movie. Right. Any more? Yeah. You know the Arner, Jack Blair's? Yeah. It's Ned Thrawn, flattened bottle cats. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, and cheap. Well, that's Legend from 1986. A movie I had never watched before. A movie I always knew existed, always saw it on video shop shelves, never really fancied it, and I think I had made the right choice. Nope, it's great. Let us know what you think of Legend. Not the Tom Hardy movie where he plays both of the Cray brothers. Hit like, hit subscribe, watch another video. That is Nicole Kidman.